Hello. Welcome to another episode of Reflections with Val. Hey. Hope you guys had a lovely week. If it wasn't lovely, well, I hope it was insightful at least. I hope you guys learned a lot about one's self. Hope you opened your mind to new things, to new activities, and do what, of course, I tell you guys to do on a weekly, and that's self-reflect. To practice on being self-awareness on a daily, and using music through that, using stories through that, personal experiences through that, and just being able to also hear yours, listeners and audiences out there. It's not just about the host, you know. A lot of hosts like to do it that way, but not this one. Not this one. But you guys already know what time it is. We are in another week, so you guys can follow and subscribe on YouTube, as well as follow on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, all those beautiful streaming platforms that they allow us creatives to, use for our craft and what we love, right? It's just very important that we have something where we can express our inner voices and have the opportunity to possibly have our own label, our own name to it. So, it's beautiful that they have these platforms, and now there's monetization on all of them. So it's even better. So yes, please just support your local creatives, support your local brands and businesses, because we work hard and we're all in business, and we don't have, it's a pandemic. Just throwing it out there. But yeah. I'm not gonna lie, guys, today's a bittersweet episode. It's a bittersweet episode this week, going into the week right now, and I hope that you guys had a lovely week, whether, you started off your day today with a jog or a run, or maybe you just dropping off the kids in school and they gotta listen to this podcast. Regardless, you plugged in, and I want to thank you for that. But this week was definitely challenging for me. And shout out to all of those people, all of the people out there that have a business, that have a child, that even in the midst of them not feeling well, they still have to uphold and they still have to move on like a regular day. You're not alone. And I see you. I'm with you. And if you had that week this week, please share. Drop some comments and share what your week was like, whether if it was emotionally overwhelming or maybe stress, maybe financially, maybe other people surrounding you. What was the effect and why you had this week to be what it was? And if so, we can acknowledge an emotional trigger and an emotional impulse, which is what we spoke on last week. However, this week, guys, is my last week in my hometown, Jersey, and I'm gonna make it through this episode without shedding a tear. A lot of people that are local have known, here and there, that I'm moving to California. I don't have family out there. I would be the first one going to Cali, so this is a big deal. However, I have to do what I have to do for my future, for what I see myself to do. And it's crazy because for the last week, I've been just going through that releasing of the memories of this home place, this hometown, besides Puerto Rico, where I was raised. It's just being aware of letting go of that inner, it's like I've been going down nostalgia and memory lane of my first years here and how the culture shock was and how I got accommodated and used to this place, and how now that I got used to this place, I'm going to go out into another state and possibly go through that whirlwind by myself, not with anyone around me. And just the thought of that for my inner child, just thinking of that in the inner child place, it's a very scary feeling. It provides that self-limiting belief system that I told you about. It's like, oh my goodness, why would you go out there, travel cross country with only knowing one family friend, and that's that. And that's because I can't imagine my life, just working in a 9 to 5 and doing what everyone does, and that's go to school and do all this and get the husband. And I just can't really see that. I can't see myself, and this is why I didn't choose psychology as a career. It's just because I just don't see myself working for a company and walking into that same facility Monday through Friday, having the same clients every single day and just having that same routine. I realize that on a daily, I need to have something different, that I realize that I'm a businesswoman through this whole year. And it was inside me all along, but I didn't know that it was inside me. It was just crazy. Like, I was unaware. So I'm going to pursue that out there. And I'm going to have that in mind and in vision. But it's going to be hard, of course, letting go of the ties and the people I've made close-knit circles here. So I've just been preparing my emotional state of I'm already in Cali. Like this week, I've just been preparing my emotional state of I'm going to be in pure isolation, pure loneliness, in a state where I don't know anyone. And I need to be okay with that. And I need to not build distractions there because I have none there. I have some here in Jersey because I was brought up here, but when I go there, I don't want to add more distractions. The whole goal of leaving a hometown or a state is that you leave everything that came along with it as well, and that it doesn't carry on with you and you take it somewhere else. The whole point is that now you are able to forgive yourself and forgive everyone surrounding you, the situation, the family, the husband, the niece, the cousin, and you're able to put that at peace and at bay, say what you have to say and leave. And that's pretty much what's been on my mind this week, is just being able to just leave and being content with that. I'm going to miss a lot of people. I'm grateful for the year and the opportunity that Jersey has given me, starting my platform in the way that it did. Reflections would not have been to this way and how it is because of you guys. So I appreciate that for sure. So yeah, that's just been my week. It's just been crazy. But besides that, I want to talk about the topic that we're going to be talking about today. And I mentioned my favorite holistic psychologist for the last, half a year that I've had Reflections up. And if you guys don't have her, please follow her. And she's a holistic psychologist that I follow. She has a podcast now, and I'm so excited and happy for her. Like, she deserved it. I've been following her for the last 5 years. So, but today we're going to talk about creating new morning routines. And this is something I have to implement myself. Again, everything that I talk on Reflections is something to reflect on. That's why it's called Reflections. I reflect on it daily, so you're welcome into my mind of reflecting. But I reflected this week, and I said, what's one thing that I know for sure that I want to change when I go to Cali and not bring out in Jersey? And one thing that I really wanted to change is my daily schedule and time management and my routine. I wanted to be more proactive. I wanted to be busy. I wanted to be always ambitious, always ever changing, but always going with the flow and never just stressing. I just want to live a life like that. And a way to do that is by changing your old routines that you used to do, because sometimes eating the same sandwich a day is what is making you feel a certain way. So you gotta, it's so small, but it's true. Like, if you wake up every single day and the first thing you do is go on your phone and not really just be present and think and reflect, then what do you think is going to happen? You're not going to be satisfied. You're not going to be whole. So you're just going to walk that whole day empty. You gotta give yourself some self-love and some self-care, guys. If I didn't say that on the last episode, I don't know what to tell you. You gotta really practice that. I know that a lot of you guys don't really see that self-love and those beautiful places and those beautiful traits about yourself, but give yourself some grace. Like, yes, my eyebrows may be a little thick, but I like the arch at the end or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to get a positive out of a negative, Like, that's basically what it is. Instead of being negative Nancy or pettiness Nancy, you're flipping that and you're saying, I don't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. I can flip it. And now I'm forcing myself to flip it, Like, it's an old habit, and I'm replacing it with a new habit. And this requires consistency. It's not gonna happen where overnight. You have to be consistent with the new routine, because then the old habit will just come right back, and you'll fall back to the old habit. So this is not towards addiction. This is literally just daily routines. So how to create a morning routine. The first step is create a small, scattered space for yourself. Place things you love in this space, like your favorite journal, art, candles, essential oils, a yoga mat, and anything else that makes you feel relaxed and uncringely and uniquely you. I like that. So first things first, to create a new routine, you have to be real with yourself. You have to get to know yourself. You have to know what you like. Bring that around your space, your energy. If you don't have a peaceful place in your home, and let's say it's chaotic and you have a lot of things going on, try to find a sacred place in your backyard, in your storage unit, I don't know, in your garage, in your closet. There's a lot of little areas we could make peace or a paradise for us, for ourselves, and just be able to write down or bring anything that you actually enjoy. If you're a person who loves comics, bring a comic book in that space. Bring your journal in that space. I would go as far as bringing like even paper and like a lighter and like a bowl. It's like, that's just to write down your feelings and how you feel, and not thinking about how you feel, like thoughtless writing, and just it's not thoughtless writing, it's like effortless writing, excuse me. You're just writing what you feel and writing whatever at that moment. A lot of people like to exude and let out their emotions that way. Some people listen to music. Some people like listening to sound therapy. Some like yoga. Some like to stretch. The whole point is that you're not trying to take yourself out of the present moment. You're trying to find activities that will help you be present with yourself, so you can get to know what you enjoy and what you like about yourself. And then you'll feel happy about what you're doing because you're proactive and you're like happy that you're doing this and that you're not at a standstill and you're not stagnant. It's like, ooh, this is a good place. Yes, I can do this. I'm going to go do this next day. It's a good uplifting energy. As opposed to just waking up and going to your phone and then, looking at Becky, she's already in Paris and I'm over here and I've been here for a whole year. How? Why? Why is this person so skinny? Why am I so fat? And then now this is on in your thoughts all day. It's not healthy. Number 2, set an alarm for 15 minutes before you typically wake up. When your alarm goes off, go directly to your scattered place, your sacred place, sorry. Go directly to your sacred place, your paradise place that we talked about. This might mean telling your partners or your family members every so often, whoever you live with, like, hey guys, I'm going to need some time to myself. And that's creating that boundary that we set out that you need to do if you want to value yourself and you want others to value you in the last episode. So if you guys haven't listened to that, that's a very crucial and important, because you can't put that alarm, for 15 minutes before you wake up and then commit yourself to everyone around you and cook and clean, because that's not really you're not changing a routine there. You're doing the same routine that you've always done. You're taking care of everyone else but yourself. So the whole point is that you're taking care of self and you're watering yourself. You're watering your soil, your foundation. And the only way to do that is by setting a 15-minute alarm before you wake up, so no one can bother you because you woke up 15 minutes earlier than everyone else. And you have that time to be in your sacred place with what you enjoy, what you love. And you have that time to be present with your feelings, your emotions, so you won't be able to project that anywhere else in anyone that you care about. Like, that's the goal. Number 3, keep your routine to under 10 minutes. Okay. Any more time will overload the subconscious mind and cause ego chatter. The ego loves to talk us out of things outside of our comfort zone. Ooh, isn't she right? New routine ideas are journaling, meditation, stretching, poetry writing, breathe work, drawing, painting, etc. I like that. You want to do it under 10 minutes. You don't want to overindulge in a new routine, because then you're going to saturate it. And you don't want to saturate it so soon, because then you're going to be over it soon. You're going to be like, I could do it, but the ego talks you out. See? So she's right. Has to be under 10 minutes. I love that. Number 4, celebrate yourself. Once complete, take an internal conscious moment to honor showing up for yourself. Yeah, a lot of us tend to not celebrate. We don't really see our growth. It's important to see growth and to acknowledge growth, to acknowledge that there's a difference, because if not, we'll just be in that imposter syndrome, that self-limiting belief syndrome, where this is the place that I belong, this is where it's at, this is all I know. So yes, acknowledging the baby steps is still celebrating for yourself. And it's important. Even if it was a tiny step, you still did it. Even if it was a week sober or 3 days that you haven't contacted him, it's still a step. Acknowledge it, celebrate it, and make sure you continue on that road. Don't get comfortable and celebrate yourself and then go back, because that's the wrong thing to do. Now we're not switching the old routine and substituting it with the new routine. So, but even if you have moments like that, acknowledge that sometimes that's going to happen. You're going to have days and weeks sometimes where you take 4 steps forward and then 2 steps go back, like tomorrow. And you have to be emotionally ready to face that and combat that and say, you know what, I may have taken 2 steps back today, but it's all right. I'm going to get them right back up. Okay. It may take me like 3 days or maybe a week, but I will do what I have to do to get those 2 to 3 steps or get even further, because this is not going to hinder me or come in the way of what I was set out to do. You're going to come out of this, and you have to believe it. Not only believe it, but know it, So number 5, last but not least, forgive yourself if you miss a day. Falling out of routine is a natural part of the process. When you miss a day, do not go into self-judgment. Remind yourself there is new opportunity tomorrow. And that's exactly what I said. That's a beautiful way of ending it, but it's true. It's like, you don't have to beat yourself up. Try again tomorrow. And if you have like that trait or that habit that you wanted to replace and let go, please write that down in comments. Please share and compare, and definitely don't be afraid of being vulnerable and open, because again, this is a free judge-free podcast. I want you guys to be open. I want everyone to understand that we are not alone anymore. And I'm tired of us being hermits and thinking, oh, I don't want no one to know my internal battles and my internal emotions. I'd rather them know what I post on my feed. I'd rather them know what I have on my feed, and that's that. No, that's not real. That's not true, because anybody could just post to be anything on a feed. I could say that I'm happy on a feed when I'm not. And I'm tired of us doing that. I'm tired of us living this life out of a page. Instead of living it in a page and in a screen, how about we come person face to face and we try to be compassionate. We try to be empathetic with each other, sympathetic. We try to communicate as humans and just share and compare stories and say, oh my goodness, I didn't know you were going through this. I didn't know you were going through that. Where are you from? We assume now because that's what your bio says. So if your bio says that, then I already know you. I don't need to get to know you. So there's no point of talking. That's how this generation is. And I want to cut that out. Like, we need to be real. We still need to be human. We still need to connect. We still have hearts, you know? And I know people have done y'all wrong, but don't take that out there. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. But you guys, on to my next segment, which is the underground music segment. Ooh, that was weird. Let me tell you. Something just fell by itself, and I'm in Jersey Media by myself. Let me stop. But yeah, one song that has been on my mind, I don't know why, is the Aretha Franklin song. I don't know why. The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. Yes. Say a little prayer. Sometimes we need to say a little prayer. Maybe that's why it's on my mind. But this week, I'm going to share an artist called Jason Ozzy Ash. He has a song featuring Lex Blatcher. I don't even know. I'm sorry. I'm horrible with names. And you can find him on Instagram. Also on YouTube, because he just dropped this song called In the Morning Time. Definitely support him. I'm going to show you guys who he is, and I'm going to tell you where he's from right after this. So here it goes.
I could drown in your love forevermore. Anytime you call, I'm yours without second thoughts. Oh, baby. Take me to paradise, love with no questions. You give me so high, all in my veins. You're my drug. Flip the switch of my heart. Now there's no questions. I can't flip it off. Now there's no escaping you.
You need. Tell me about your life, tell me what you see. Tell me about everything you wanna be. Underneath the moon, underneath the trees, underneath the stars, underneath my fears, underneath the rain. I'll be waiting here for you. No one ever taught me how to do this, so I'm sorry if it doesn't seem true. When we fight, I wanna compromise. I don't wanna see our demise, but it has to come right, like the day and the night.
that. I wanted to share that song because it was very old school vibes, and I loved that ding 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 ding. I just love those vibes. It just takes me to like Motown back in the day. Nice riding, you know. Jason Ozzy Ash, please follow him. Next up, I've shared this man before. His name is Uno Hype. Deywun. I want to say that that's the name of the song, but it's a live form. It's live from Hard Pink Studios. You can check that out on his YouTube channel. But yeah, here it is. It's my vibes right here.
Yeah. Let your feelings go. Let the groove reach its pinnacle. Spread the love when you're feeling low. 10 toes down, you're running out of bounds. So keep your chin up, bro, and go another round. They can't stop your soul, it's been here before. Remain the truth, it's me head to toe. Pay no mind to the man with the suit, cause the man with the suit only a fan of the loot. I'm a man of the people and a man of the truth. Salute. If this is what you wanted, then make no excuse. If you feel offended, I guess I'm talking to you. Most my day one's gone, that are in jail. You can never live life scared to fail. False pride and false prophets. Never stress cause the Lord got it. Now you're reaching for help, it's the card you dealt. I'm feeling like a motherless child. Feeling fate when you're feeling lost. How you feeling when you know you're wrong? Nobody gon' show you how to love yourself. This world don't love you like you think it do. It's always something. But shawty, it's a new day, love. New day, love. Fix your soul. I said my piece, I roll my dice. I've been that way since day one. Since day one. I said my piece, I roll my dice. I've been that way since day one. Since day one. Feeling fate when you're feeling lost. How you feeling when you know you're wrong? Nobody gon' show you how to love yourself. This world don't love you like you think it do. It's always something.
Say something.
But shawty, it's a new day, love. New day, love. Fix your soul. Feelings fade. Feelings fade. Feelings fade. Shawty, it's a I
love it. He actually sang this song with the choir the last time I shared it. I love that it's unplugged and it still gives me the same powerful message and the same sound. Really, it's just beautiful. Thank you, man. Thank you for being you and continue to grow. Follow him on Instagram, please, at Uno Hype, and as well as his YouTube channel. Next up, this song right here, out of all of them, is Jalen Baker. And this song alone screams music therapy to me, and I just had to share it. It's only on Spotify. It's not on any other platform. So if you wanted to support this artist, Jalen Baker, it's on Spotify. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And don't forget to also follow him on Instagram. There you go. Hey. was nice and beautiful. Jalen Baker, Healing. 7-minute long song, but it was definitely worth it. Very relaxing. I'm sorry for the people who don't love jazz, because it's a beautiful, beautiful genre. Definitely just helped me relax as I listened to that just now in this episode. I hope it did the same for you. And yeah, I think that's about it, guys. We're wrapping up. As a matter of fact, before I leave you, I wanted to let you guys know of the lyric of the week this week, because it is an artist that I shared last week, Boukhepra. I wanted to put Altercation 8, which is called Right Now, as a lyric of the week, because he just rapped really well on that. And the lyric that I chose on that is, do you know the things you came with? Do you know your enemies, your strengths, and your weaknesses? Do you know what you can aim with? Or do you just aim with the same shit from the slave ship that the Europeans came with? And he goes deeper, but I just wanted to highlight that lyric of the week, and I'm going to just show you guys how he raps on that. And then we can go on our merry way.
On Instagram, and I was in awe, like otherworldly music. Like I was lost in it last night. Like I was just sitting there vibing out. I'm like, wow, this is magic right here. So you are amazing.
Are you entertained? Have you entered entertainment? Nigga, are you married to the game? Even if it's an arrangement? Are you hip to your derangement? Do you know that you're insane? Do you know the things you came with? Do you know your enemy, your strengths and weaknesses? Do you know what you can aim with? Or do you aim with the same shit from the slave ship that the Europeans came with? Is you is or is you ain't shit? Are you dignified? Are you feeling like you can't switch? Are you trapped in the systematic? Living of ill, living a systematic? Are you addicted to the system? And have you had it?
Who are you? You don't know. Don't tell me Negro, that's nothing. What were you before the white man named you a Negro? And where were you? And what did you have? What was yours? What language did you speak then? What was your name? It couldn't have been Smith or Jones or Blunt or
yeah. Have you made your decision? Tired of the telly telling lies to your vision? Do you listen to your intuition? Have you chosen to accept your mission? My nigga, lately has your consciousness risen to another level, and it causes suspicion of the system that we live in? Have you questioned your religion? Have you questioned your internal request of your questions? Do you know that it's a question? Do you really give your best at your internal reflection? I'm talking introspection. Have you determined your direction? Moving to the interrogate. We gon' get there, but we just haven't got there yet. And that's a fair bet. Is your enemy scared yet, or are you just not a threat?
That wasn't your name. They don't have no kind of name where you and I came from. No, what was your name? And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he get it? What tongue did you speak? How did the man take you from?
Are you living life like me? Have you expanded your awareness? Do you no longer live careless? Are the gods living vicarious through your life in all of its areas? Nigga, are you fearless? Or do you fear this? Cause it's hard for you to comprehend this when you hear this. Is there a blockage where your ears is? Do you know what the spirit is? Metaphysical representatives and where the spirit lives and its derivatives. Are you really listening when you hearing this? But don't be mad at I. Focus on the man inside. Expand your eyes. Nigga, are you glad inside? Are you relaxing?
Come on now.
Have you become satisfied?
Come on now.
With your satisfaction?
That's right.
Where's your history? How did the man wipe out your history? How did the man, what did the man do to make you as dumb as you are right now? Right now. Right now. Right now. As you are right now.
Boukhepra. Bro, I always am just amazed at your work. Keep going. Beautiful. Lyric of the week right there. Definitely beautiful and definitely worth it. Well, you guys made it to another episode of Reflections. Reflections, yeah, Reflections with VAL. And you can find me on Spotify, SoundCloud, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Soulfully_VAL, Reflections with VAL. And this week, try to change your routine in the morning. You see how I did that slow for ya? Please, even if it's not in the morning, change it at night. Do something new and find your sacred place, your paradise place. And if you can't find it, make your own paradise sacred place in your home, in your closet, in the corner, in your bed, before you go to sleep, whatever. Figure it out. And don't chicken out. Don't fall into self-judgment or self-sabotage. You got this. You can do this. And if anyone needs a reach out, anyone needs a person to talk to, my DMs are open. My direct messages are open. My Facebook messages are open. You guys, I'm only a phone away, literally a message away, an email away. I would love to hear your stories. Please let me know how the episodes have been impacting you. If you've personally started being more self-aware in this time of listening to Reflections. And this is going to be my last time filming my podcast in Jersey media because I'll be no longer living in Jersey. Next time you'll see me probably vlogging or somewhere else. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I hope to see you guys very soon, and the next episode will probably happen in like a week or two. But I'm going to get this rolling, guys. I'll be in Cali by then, so I'll see you later, alligator. Bye.